Ah. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm always excited to come here and see all of your faces and Tove's dance moves and your smiles, and to feel the love that is here. And I want to share the love and the joy and the life inside of me with all of you when I come here and get the chance to speak. And I sometimes wonder what I could possibly say to invoke these feelings inside of you, to awaken your heart and nourish it in a way that makes it want to explode out of you and shine on everything that comes into your awareness. That's what I want, but what do you want? What do you want from the world, if anything? What do you want from yourself?
Oh.
You don't have to answer it right now, Alia. It's a hard question.
Which self, which word?
Exactly. Exactly. Which self, which world? It seems there are answers that come from different sources. Our mind has answers in the form of thoughts. Our body has answers in the form of feelings. Our spirit has answers in the form of energies or light. It's hard to say which one is right, which one is wrong. I don't think it's even necessary to make that distinction. But if you do believe that somehow getting these things is going to save you or enlighten you, you may be heading towards a dead end. Because the mind is all dead ends, whether it's an hour from now or 60 years from now, following the path of the mind and the thoughts that we have, the ideas, the ambitions. These are no escape. There's no freedom to be found in them. And if there is happiness, it's shallow and fleeting. There really is no reason to destroy your mind either. You can spend years in complete stillness and complete quietude, and your mind may stop for a while, and you may taste the peace of a quiet mind, or of a mind that is so still that it almost doesn't exist. But life is movement. And the moment that you move, the moment that your stillness is broken, when your quietude is broken, your mind is active again. So if you want to be a part of life, the method of shutting down your thoughts completely is probably not the best way to find peace. But there is a recognition that your thoughts have no power over you. Your thoughts have no weight. And in many, many, many cases, your thoughts have no relevance. And with this recognition, your thoughts lose all power over you. And there's no need to destroy your mind or stop your mind. Because your thoughts cannot drag you places. Your thoughts cannot take you away from who you are. Thoughts can get very, very tangled up in a convoluted web of identity and concept and structure and belief. It's a mess. And to try to destroy that convoluted web of thoughts is giving it power. It's not necessary to unravel all these thoughts to find their source. Just recognize that they have no power over you, that they have nothing to do with you. They don't own you, they don't define you. You are not your thoughts. For some people, for most people, for myself, for a very long time, my thoughts felt very strong. They felt like they could drag me all over the place, pull me out of myself. Anxieties and fears and worry. And this caused great tension in me. Great tension in my face and my shoulders and my chest, my neck, everywhere. I couldn't rest because My thoughts just would not stop bombarding me. And it felt like there was a battle where I had to beat my thoughts into submission. There's no battle. All of these thoughts have only the power that I gave to them. And I attended to them day and night for years and years. So they felt very, very powerful. But there comes a time where you might decide to experiment and let your thoughts run wild without steering them, without grasping them, without leaving yourself. And you may find after some time that they disappear without you. Without your attention, they disappear. And then you can recognize that every thought is just vying for your attention so that it can live, so that it can go for a ride. The less attention you give to your thoughts, the less power they have. And the less you care about whether the mind is active or quiet or overthinking or underthinking, doesn't matter because it's no burden to you anymore. If you're having trouble with this, with your thoughts dragging you about and feeling very strong, imagine that your mind is in your chest. and that all of your thinking takes place within your chest. And that no thought can ever go beyond your reach. You sit in the space in your chest, and all of the thoughts can whirl around you. But you don't have to leave this space. This won't stop your thoughts, but it will anchor you in your body. And while you are here, even when you are thinking, you are in your body, you're in your chest, you're living from your heart. You may find that thinking feels different from this space. It almost feels like your head is a big, big chamber where thoughts can frolic freely and expand and play. But love doesn't seem to fit in this chamber of your head. But in your chest, your chest feels like a much larger chamber, but not for thoughts. Thoughts have trouble here. Thoughts don't mean much here. Because this chamber is filled with love. It's filled with life. And if you feel very closely, if you listen very closely, At the center of this chamber, you can feel your heart beating. If there's tension in your chest around your heart, you can breathe into it and relax. And feel the sensitivity, the vulnerability, the gentle power of your heart beating, giving you life with every pulse. And this can be like a mantra, your body's mantra. The sound that never stops so long as you live. You can feel its presence. And at the same time, you can feel the absence of everything else. Because that's all that we can experience. Presence and absence. You experience the presence of my voice in your awareness. And when I stop speaking, you experience the absence of my voice. There is a great freedom in the simple recognition that your thoughts have no power over you, that they are just narrating a story to you, a version of a story, 1,000 versions of 1,000 stories. You don't have to take them seriously. You can ponder in your mind your whole life, and you will never be satisfied. Just knowing this, the nature of your mind, can be such a wonderful relief, because then you can live. You cannot be manipulated or deceived by yourself. You can live and you can enjoy your life. You can be at peace within yourself instead of at war with yourself all the time. Just this is enough for many, many, many people. There are some people who feel a yearning to go beyond even this. Go beyond even the body, the spirit, God. And if you feel that yearning, I wish you well. That's a very difficult path. with lots of sacrifice. But I don't believe that it's any sort of failure to not want a worldly transcension or an enlightenment of that degree. Some are drawn to that, others are not, and that's perfect. In my own experience, I was deeply drawn to that path beyond everything. And then I was drawn back very wonderfully. And I found this group, and I was brought back to life. Felt like it was not my time to leave. I know yesterday Bernadette said that she felt a pull. That's wonderful. Wherever the pull is pulling us to, is our path, our unique path, our inner guru bringing us home. And we don't have to try to be Robert Adams or Ramana Maharshi or Buddha or Jesus. Because when we follow that pull, when we let it take us where it will, then a confidence arises that we are exactly where we need to be, exactly when we need to be there, exactly who we need to be. And questions like why and how and all of the doubt that comes from living in our mind as an individual human with our own willpower and our own decisions, all of that just melts away. And it truly feels like we are in harmony with the universe and that we are guided by the great power within us and beyond us. And for me, there is no desire to completely abandon my humanity and become that power, because there is such great joy and love and ecstasy in devotion and humility and servitude of that power as a tiny, frail, mortal creature. But that's just my path. And I wish for you on your path to be exactly what it needs to be. Whether that is giving you exactly what you want or crushing you and devastating you so that you can be reborn in a way. No matter what happens, I love you all. I truly do. And I hope that you can feel it. And I dearly hope that it feels more powerful than your thoughts.